Hey, and welcome back to season 3 of Thoughts to Think About.
Welcome back to season 3.
I haven't even said my name yet. I'm Liz.
I'm Efrain.
I'm Reid.
God,
We're just itchy to get going. We're ready.
We haven't been to season 3.
I've got some thoughts
Uncharted waters
to think about. We're back. Welcome, everyone. How are we feeling?
I'm great until y'all hijacked the intro.
Just antsy
That's
about
good, yeah.
Apparently Liz's intro now.
It is my intro.
This is mine.
Not allowed to
Yeah.
contribute at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Way to make me feel bad.
So how's everybody been in the interim? It's been a minute
Yeah.
since we've been together.
Yeah.
Going at it
Well,
again.
with cameras on us,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
recording what we say
Right,
for legal
you know.
purposes.
For legal reasons, we have not hung out together before. So
Never. No.
since the last-
It's just been like hot. And I feel like that's
so true.
the best way to describe summer. Is just it's hot.
Hot thought summer.
Yep. mhm.
I meant
Yeah.
thoughts to think about. hot thoughts to think about summer.
It definitely was stupid hot. I think the whole country was in a hot thought summer. You know,
Yeah.
it was like dumb.
We can move on.
No, I like it. Let's keep it going. Let's go ahead and tag that. Hashtag hot thought summer. Be sure to comment that in all the comments.
What's your hot thought for the moment? That's what we're gonna spend.
How was
this.
your hot thought summer?
I got a hot thought, but it would take a long time. Save it for later.
Okay, all right. We'll get back to it. My hot thought summer was brutal because my AC kept going out. So
You really
That sucks.
went through it.
it was really a hot thought summer because it was not okay at my house, and with the twin boys.
You have kids?
I have children. Yeah, I'm a father.
That's new.
I'm a father.
When did that
Yeah.
happen?
A while ago. Just yeah. So my boys are 9 months, like right around this time that we're recording this, and so yeah, it was a brutal summer for a couple times, but thankfully we're past that. AC's kind of fixed now, and the hot times are mostly done. The hot thoughts are gone, and so been seeing the therapist, and so yeah.
Health queen.
Health queen.
Reid, how was your warm summer?
Yeah, my hot thought summer. It was hot. Yeah, it was good. Took a trip or two,
Yeah, that's right.
I went up to Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Baseball trip. Got some new baseballs. They're up there on the wall.
To the collection. Yeah, this is a new set. We haven't really talked about it or, acknowledged it, but this is a new spot for thoughts to think about.
Welcome home.
This is
boys.
this is our space now.
We'll
and
be
so
here forever.
Yeah, and so we've got a wall of random items, and you'll see them grow and collect and change. And so yeah, Reid's got his baseballs. Did you add both of them? The two places you went to? They're both in there?
Yeah, Pittsburgh and Cleveland right there, right in front of you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You said you're missing one.
Yeah, that's Boston Fenway Park.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to Fenway like 2014, but I didn't get a ball. And then I started that tradition
Bummer.
later. So
Gotcha.
yeah, eventually it'll be
Amazon
full.
one.
It'll be full soon.
One day.
Just pop on Amazon. Just get one,
Yeah, I thought about it.
the same thing.
Just haven't gotten around to it.
I would love to go to Fenway again. I went in 2012, 2013, whatever that year was.
We were on the same trip.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to tell the viewers.
Okay, yeah.
They're keying in.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the Fenway Park is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'd love to go again. So, you
Yeah.
could get it on Amazon, but at the same time, Fenway's cool. So,
I get it. I went to, I don't remember the name of the stadium, in Kansas City, the Royals Stadium.
Yep, that is
Starts with a K. There's
Wow.
waterfalls. Kaufman.
Hoffman.
Yeah. The waterfalls, it was actually very cool. It smelled like you were just like sitting in a pool the whole time.
Oh,
The
just
whole
like-
time?
Yeah, just chlorine.
Like chlorine, just the
Yeah.
whole.
Yikes.
Wow.
The entire time.
I need that for
can you
Breeze.
swim
Yeah.
in the waterfall? Not you personally.
Oh.
Can you swim?
Me personally, I was on swim team, so I can't.
Yeah. How did you do in swim team? You did that all
bad.
through high school?
Middle school.
Middle school. Okay.
Yeah.
What
So
was
like
your fastest time?
the peak awkwardest stage of your life,
Right.
like just throw it in a bathing suit
Right.
and
I feel like most people who
Beautiful.
swim, swim in that most awkward time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only Michael Phelps and people like that
Yeah.
who go on to like swim
Right.
further.
It's
than that.
humbling.
Yeah, so interesting.
Oh,
That's a
humbling.
good
I thought you
point.
said it's like tumbling. And I was like, what does that mean?
It's like the same thing.
What was
Yeah.
your stroke?
I freestyle. Yeah.
Nice.
She's just
Like a rapper.
just playing out there.
I'm just standing in the pool, like, you know what I mean? Come with a queen.
She just walked from the bottom. What's this stroke? It's freestyle. I'm just going for it. I'm sorry. What's your time?
About 3 minutes.
It's like a radio link song. I'm right there.
Oh my gosh, that's
So
awesome.
good.
So
Yeah.
Kansas City this year, this summer time.
Yeah.
And so
Nice.
was it any other meaningful trips this year or anything interesting occur?
Anything interesting occur? So, right, summer camp is what my whole career is.
Wow.
That's my life. And it's just the conversations you have with all the children that are there.
Crazy.
One that I don't think I will ever forget. This tiny, he's a first grader.
Mm-hmm.
He's like going through it, having a hard time. Pull him out of the gym. We're just talking, and he's like, "I have no friends," and it was very sad for a minute, but he like keeps like choke holding kids. So it's like that's probably why you don't have friends.
Yeah.
And
When I'm sad, I like to put people in a chokehold.
naturally. So then I was like, if we can't, I'm trying to help you, but if you can't stop, this behavior, I'm gonna have to call mom and dad. He goes, I don't have a dad. I was like, and I said, well, then I'm
Yikes.
it's like, then I have to call mom. He goes, I have 2 moms. It's like, oh,
Which
well,
one
then
do
I'm
you
gonna call
call?
both of your moms.
Well, I'm gonna call them both, and they're gonna have a problem.
My 2
Brutal.
moms.
Wow,
So that was.
this poor kid.
I said, go to the gym.
Get out of here. Get out of my face.
Just go back. Go back.
I couldn't do it anymore.
It's brutal. Summer
Yeah.
camp is tough, man. There's some kiddos there that just, it's a lot of work. So
But it's a lot of fun at the same time.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Yeah.
I have kind of, I worked there for a long time. I think same amount of time, actually, right? 8
Yeah,
years?
8 years,
We
yeah.
did 8 years. I have mostly removed myself from the majority of camp.
Right.
And now the only role I accomplish there is doing music for like the chapel time, essentially, the rally time. And so that was great. It was really good. And so just singing songs, just, getting people to clap. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. but-
Dipping.
yeah, and saying, see you later, have fun with the sweat and the hormones. Yeah.
The discipline
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, right, exactly. So,
Good times. It's
it was
good times. Huh. It's I don't want to say humbling, but it's like it grows you in the worst and best ways.
mhm,
Yeah, it's a good time. Good time.
for sure.
Yeah. Other
Reid
than that,
worked there
did
also.
Not a daggone thing this summer.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah.
You didn't do
Other
anything?
than that,
No, other than that,
Oh, then other than work?
nothing.
other than like one of the hardest jobs around, nothing this summer. No big deal.
Right.
Yeah, we had aside from the AC, we had a pretty chill summer as well. We're pretty like, my wife and I are pretty like busybody people, like we like to move around, do stuff. And, having kiddos kind of locks you down a little bit, not in like a super negative way. And
Efrain,
people can
you
take
heard
it
it
that
here
way.
first.
You heard it here first.
Efrain hates his kids.
Ball and chain,
2 of
gosh.
them.
2 of them. I got 2 of them. But no, it's fun because it's like a totally different world now. But yeah, like I love going to the movies, and it's been a while since I've gone to the movies, and so yeah. But things changed a little bit. But thankfully, we've gotten to the season where, like they only have 2 major naps during the day, and they're pretty long naps, right?
Dope.
And so now, it's like we're hanging out, feeding them, we're doing their thing. I'm keeping them occupied, trying to learn them things. And then they go down for a nap. And then it's like, I'm good. Then it's like I don't have kids anymore. So I leave the house and the dogs, just make sure they're doing
Good
okay.
Lord.
And I get to do whatever. It's kind of awesome.
Wow. Okay. For legal reasons, that's totally a joke.
For legal reasons,
legal.
it's a lie.
Dink.
But so I'm kind of a work from home dad now too. My job changed a little bit, and so I am mostly home now. There's a couple days where some people kind of relieve me from my dadly duties.
Have you
My
ever seen
mother-in-law, my mother.
Have you ever seen Mr. Mom?
I have not. Yeah.
Okay, you need to watch it. It's,
Is that me?
Yeah, it's so funny. He it's not you. He
It's like a '90s movie, right?
Yeah, he loses his job.
For a second, I was getting it confused with Mrs. Doubtfire, which is different.
Also good though.
different, but like same.
Is it really?
At the same.
Mrs. Doubtfire, Mr. Mom. I don't think I've seen Mr. Mom.
If you've seen both, the dad is with the kids all day long, like taking care of them. So like that's the like main storyline.
The premise of the movie is a dad has to spend time with his children.
Now, one of them, he's a drag, and the other is like he's still a man in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because Mrs. Doubtfire, right?
Right.
Oh,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
in drag.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you meant like he's a drag, like he's so lame.
drag.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
I was like, whoa.
No,
Wow,
Mr.
okay.
Mom's a good one. That's one you should
I'll check it
watch.
out.
It's my movie rec for the week.
I do just love that. Yeah, that's the movie plot is from the 90s is that dad has to spend time with children. You know, that's freaking hilarious.
Done.
Is it like Daddy Daycare?
Oh, that's a good movie.
Also a good movie.
Yeah.
Similar. The dad loses his job. The mom goes back to work full time. She's like this big lady gal in like business world.
A big lady gal.
Big lady gal.
Is that her on her nameplate? Big lady gal. This is my position. I work part time. I'm a big lady gal at so and so business corporation.
Yeah.
At so-and-so business corporation.
Super specific. Yeah, there's like a scene where he's like fighting with the vacuum and like the vacuum takes off and like he can't figure anything out.
Hijinks. Classic.
Just trying to, literally do anything in the house, and he's like, "Well, I can't
Wash
do
the
it."
dishes. How do I do that?
Yeah, the story just writes itself.
Yeah. I hope that I'm not like too big of a like idiot. Too big of an idiot to like handle being home with my
Pardon
kids.
your French, Efrain.
Pardon my language. Not to get too profane here, but I hope I'm decent enough at like taking care of my house. I know that so my wife is a teacher, and so she spent the summer off, hanging out with the boys while I was still working, doing my thing for the most part. And so I have noticed that like the house for the most part was much cleaner this summer than it is now that she's back at work and I'm home, And so I'm like, man, how did she's a pro, dude, Just
And not to be like house going, I have far too little estrogen for this.
Not to be super misogynist about it. That's a little bit sexist there, Reid. I don't know if
that was
you
saying it.
I know. It's kind of what I was saying, but like that's the truth. Like, I'm trying not to be that way.
It was coming off as a compliment. Like, wow, what a big lady gal. Like she kept this house clean.
She's such a big lady gal.
boss.
So and so business corporation over here. That's freaking
mom
awesome.
bossing.
She is a mom boss. Yeah, and I don't feel like I'm a dad boss, but like, we're working on it. So
Efrain's at home, the kids fall asleep, and he's like, what do I do now?
Time to play some video games.
Just sits in a room in a dark and just stares at a wall.
What's a vacuum?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And the two dogs at home, they're
not helping with the chores.
They're
at
not
all.
helpful, and so it's like
Terrible.
It's just brutal, as a dad. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a new world for me, but 9 months of children is a long time,
9 months in,
Kinda
9
like-
months out.
I'm good, like yeah, right.
I don't
Except
think
not
you can
9
tap
months
out
in.
at this
I can't
point.
tap out. No, I'm joking.
Wow.
Did you just catch on?
Combined, it's about 18 months.
Things are getting rough.
Yeah, 9 months in, 9 months out. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They weren't 9 months in.
Yeah, no, they weren't.
they were early.
Still got about 17 years to go.
Early
so.
guys, yeah, but
Roundabout, yeah.
yeah, but it's fun. We can not talk about my kids all the time.
You brought it up.
I know. I like talking about it. I could talk. You know what? Join me next time on a different podcast where I just talk about my children. It'll be really
Reid, did
fun.
anything significant happen to you this summer?
I got married. No, I'm
What?
I've been married. I got robbed.
You just said you got married.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
I love my wife.
I'm going to call her into the room.
She's listening. Like,
Yeah.
what's he saying?
What's he
today?
saying?
Cup to the door.
Wah, wah, wah,
So you got
wah.
robbed?
Yeah,
You're
so
just
you
gonna,
got robbed? You're just going to leave it there?
Yeah, I got robbed.
Tune in next time.
So
Cliffhanger.
One Sunday this summer, I was working at the church, of course, and I was covering like kids worship, or not kids worship, just kids Sunday school. So I had all my stuff set up in the kids' room, had my backpack up there with my wallet in the backpack. And, I'm running around downstairs just doing, pastor stuff, like talking to people, getting things ready. And,
Herding sheep's pasture.
Right. Come on, guys. This way. Into that room.
Ah.
Come on, over here.
Sorry, that's such a bad. That's such a
Come
bad.
on.
Yeah, so a stray sheep wandered in to the church.
Come on, little sheep.
Little lost sheep.
Threw him over my shoulder.
Yeah. And I introduced myself and I was like, hey, what's going on? My name's Reid. Is this your first time? And he was like, oh, no, I was here last week. I came a little late and then I left early, so I didn't really meet anybody. And so I was like, okay, cool. Let me show you around a little bit because, he's here like 2 hours earlier than he was the last time.
Golly.
If he was here last time. And so I'm like showing him around and I'm like, hey, this is where we're going to have our Sunday school stuff. This is where you'd be. And so I'm showing him around and like, hey, this is the sanctuary. This is where we have worship. And so somebody else was like, hey, Reid, I need help with this. And so I turned around to help him. And then I saw that the new guy, I think his name was Tyler, was talking to one of our members. And so I was like, okay, cool. So he's kind of plugged in. Somebody's talking to him. I don't need to like introduce him to anybody or like show him around anymore. And so I go back to doing my stuff, and about 15 minutes later, I'm standing in the welcome area, just, waiting for people to come in so I can greet them. And I get a text from my bank that's like, is this you spending $165 at Walgreens?
No.
And I was like,
It's just so random at Walgreens.
Right.
So much
yeah.
money.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, that's weird. And so
Wasn't me.
That's
we're like,
suspicious.
I text back and I'm like, nope, not me. And so like, I'm like, let me go get my wallet. Like I can't think of a time in the last week that I would have lost my wallet, or lost or like anything from my wallet. And I don't use my debit card because it just sticks in the back of my wallet. Don't use it. So I go up, grab my wallet and my whole backpack. I bring it downstairs and I'm looking through. Everything is there except my debit card is missing and 2 gift cards are missing. And so I'm like, no way. And so I start looking online and making a claim, and we call our bank, and we find out that it's the Wells Fargo that's like a 8-minute walk from our church. Or not the Wells Fargo. It's the Walgreens. Yeah. It's like, we bank at Wells Fargo.
Find them, guys. Come on.
Yeah, my bank number, the routing number is...
Social.
Yeah, so it's like the Walgreens. It's like 8 minutes from our church, and Aubrey's like, I'm going down there. And so Aubrey goes to the Walgreens.
Does she really? She oh my gosh! What a big
she
lady
goes down
boss.
there. And so, but before that, I was like, hey, did you see this guy in a red shirt that I was talking to earlier? Did he come through? And she was like, yeah, he left like 10 minutes ago. Like he left way before Sunday school started. So he came at like 9 o'clock, left at like 9:05. Like he had just wandered around the church, found my backpack, dug in my backpack, got my wallet,
Brutal.
took the debit card and the gift cards out of it, and then left everything and left. Like my computer was in that same bag. He could have easily just taken the computer. My AirPods were in there. He left the AirPods. Like credit cards were in there. Left the credit cards. He just wanted the debit card.
So
Except
weird.
I think it was smart because I think by taking my debit card, he was able to go to Walgreens, buy a bunch of gift cards with a debit card.
But wouldn't he need your PIN?
That's the thing, is you can charge a debit card as credit.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. And so, yeah. And
kinda
so,
bogus,
Especially if you
though.
can just tap. Like,
You're
you know,
right.
it's
Right.
just easy now.
Debit or credit? Yeah.
yeah. So the bank did refund us all the money
That's
because they
good.
didn't have our PIN. So it wasn't on us that he was able to do it. And I think he got away with like a couple $100 from Walgreens that we got back. So the bank lost it, I guess. But he did get our gift cards that had like, I don't know, a couple $100 on them because they were like big spend anywhere kind of gift cards.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, but just, I mean, the audacity of people to like walk into a church and be like, I'm here to rob somebody. I'm walking into the Lord's house.
I'm a thief.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. So our church building is right off of like a pretty like heavily trafficked main road,
Ours too.
and it's like my like peepers are constantly out. Like
Right.
I'm just ready to catch somebody, because we had like a guy come in, and he would come he would come like an hour before church even started, and we hadn't started like any before like service classes yet.
Right.
Right.
So he would just like sit and like watch us practice, and it was super uncomfy. And our church has a lot of kids, and like we caught him recording one time, and I was like,
Nah.
get him out.
Nah.
Get him
like
out.
just recording kids.
Just recording kids. And so we would like hide the kids in the back. Like every time he'd come, I go, hi, you can go stand out. I mean, I was mean to that guy. I was not nice.
Dang, dude. That's so messed up that people would take advantage of churches just kind of being open for people to come hang out in, you know? Like, that's messed up.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I was being super nice to that guy. I was like, you know, like, hey, we got coffee and donuts over here. Let me show you around. You know,
actually, I'd like to
glad
steal your things.
Right. And it's just so unfortunate
Can
because,
you
like,
lead me to them?
Can you leave me to your things?
it was just like, I wouldn't call it providential. And I don't think like coincidental, I guess. But like, I'm the one who like there were several people in that welcome area, like probably like 10 people in there. And I was the one who, and I'm one of the pastors. So like, I went and talked to him. And then he finds my debit card, you know, like,
Oh my gosh.
on, man.
I just love that you got a text from Wells Fargo and they were like, hey, did you spend this money? And you were like, no.
Right.
And I just imagine Wells Fargo responds like, LOL, oops. Yikes.
Whoopsies.
got bad news for you, buddy.
Check your wallet, fam. It's
If I want to
not
send
there.
your wife down to Wells Fargo or to Walgreens,
That's my bad, dude.
but she went down there and she was like, "Hey, was there a guy in here earlier with a red shirt who bought a bunch of gift cards or
Right,
something like that?" They were like, "We can't tell you that." We're like, "Okay, well, he stole our debit card," and they're like, "Sorry." She was like,
They still couldn't say anything?
they couldn't say anything, yeah.
Oh.
And
So
and
weird.
she was like, "Well, can we see like your video recording?" And they're like, "We can't let you do it unless it's a police request."
Right, yeah.
And we were like,
Dang.
"Okay, well, we're not going to call the police because what are they going to do? Go search for random guy with red shirt on? You know,
Give him those gift cards back.
right? I mean,
You better return those.
Jeez.
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
like,
the bank did reimburse
food,
us,
yeah.
and so
then
it
there you
sucked,
go.
and I had to get a new card. But that's like the biggest inconvenience that it was. Except that now, anytime somebody walks in, I'm like, you gonna steal from me?
That's
Hey,
tough,
welcome,
dude.
Hey, welcome to the church. Are you gonna steal from me? Are you
you
here
a
to steal
thief?
things?
Are you a thief?
My things. My name's Reid. My things are locked away. By the way.
You can't get in there without a key.
Nice try, buddy.
Right here, I got a key right here. You can't have it.
Yeah, it's not for you. Not for you. I
Jeez.
got my eye on you. I'm watching you. That's messed up. That's so crazy.
Yeah,
but good
that
on the
was.
bank for taking care of you. You know,
Right? Yeah.
respect to Wells Fargo because you know they be
Thanks.
having not great news.
They don't have a good track record.
Yeah, you know. So good for them. Good for them.
You know who does have a good track record? What are we wearing, boys?
Stros.
The
Them
Astros.
Stros, baby. Let's go.
Wow.
Baseball.
Yeah, so the Stros today, the Houston Astros, just clinched the AL West title today. And we're pumped about it. Clearly, we're from Houston. And that's just kind of crazy. How
Bang bang.
it's wild. What a. Wait a minute. Is that a fastball? Dude, that's so funny. Wow. But it's wild how. Just like we were so close to
happened.
not even making the playoffs this season.
Right.
And we won the division. Like,
Right.
it's probably the funniest outcome that could have happened.
No, I think even funnier would have been the Mariners getting the wild card and the Rangers being
Rangers
booted.
Getting knocked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been even funnier for us.
For us.
Yeah.
But you know, like the Rangers, they haven't been in a postseason in franchise history.
No,
Oh my goodness.
they have,
Whoa.
they've got a couple World Series, but they've never won.
No, yeah, they've been to the World Series.
Been to the World Series like twice.
Actually, in one of those World Series, they were literally one strike from winning. They were up 3 games, and they were winning the game with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the bottom, or the the bottom of the ninth, top of the ninth, whatever it was. Lost that game, and then got reverse swept to lose the World Series. So they were literally
sad.
1 strike away, and it got reverted all the way back.
So
Then
sad.
who? I mean, I don't remember who I was reading that this is the first time they've gotten post, or maybe it was opportunity. I don't really know.
No, it's not
I
them.
don't think so. I think every team's been in the postseason.
I don't remember. who.
I don't know. That's a good one. Let's ask Google. The Mariners went to the postseason for the first time last year, or like the first time in a long time last year.
Or maybe it was the Rangers. It was the first time in a long time.
It's definitely the first time in a long time.
2016
Yeah.
was the last time they were in the playoffs, and so it's pretty good for them. Good for them. Congrats. They got a great team. They're working really hard. They're doing a great job.
The Rangers, yeah. So the longest current World Series championship droughts.
Are the Rangers the longest?
No, they're second longest. Do you want to guess who the longest is?
Let's go. It's got to be an old team, probably, huh?
Pretty old. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty old team. Maybe Cincinnati?
No. I went there this summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, 50-50. I mean, I don't know.
It's Cleveland. It's Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Cleveland hasn't won a World Series since 1948.
Dang, wow.
Bad boys.
The Rangers haven't been to a World Series since 2011.
Right.
And they've never won.
Yep.
Ever.
Poor guys.
Always the bridesmaid. Never the bride.
What?
Wow.
It's like the same feeling.
Those poor ladies. Brutal.
Not
Let's see.
big lady gals.
The guards.
It's just not them.
I don't believe the guards made the the playoffs. The Rangers did. The Brewers did not. Correct.
Brewers made the playoffs. Yeah, they clinched their division.
Oh, okay, nice.
I just a couple weeks ago. Sorry, those sounds.
Got an alien in the podcast. That's next week. Yeah,
Can't open that bag right
There
now.
was a lot of alien talk this summer that we didn't get to
so
talk
much.
about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy
God.
moly!
We'll catch
Okay.
up. We'll catch up.
Next time.
Yep.
We don't have the time.
How long you got?
How long's your commute that you listen to this?
Right.
Because we got you. You keep hearing the word like clinch, and then
Clinch.
like a few weeks ago, I was like, I'm gonna look up the actual definition
Of clinch?
clinch, because I'm like, I mean, I can assume what clinch means.
You didn't know what clinch meant?
Go ahead and tell us. Go ahead and tell us what clinch
To
You
is.
want me?
secure.
Oh, her?
To secure.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, the amount of times that you're hearing clinch, it's like, all
Just
right,
loses meaning.
Shut
Yeah.
up. Like, give me
Yeah.
a new word. Give me a new one.
Secured the bag.
Secured.
Yeah, so we'll see if the Astros can make it all the way back. I'm thinking we go pretty far
I'll say, what's your prediction right now?
for the postseason.
Yeah, today was the last day of regular season.
162 today.
Wild card starts what, Tuesday?
I think you're right.
Yeah, right. I'm so smart. I know what clinch means, and wild card starts
Literally
on Tuesday.
so smart. Girl boss lady gal. I don't remember what it was. Big lady boss.
Big lady
gal.
Yes.
She's Lady Gal in it.
And then
Tuesday, correct.
Dang. Clinched. She clinched that. Totally clinched
it.
that.
So yeah, what's your prediction before postseason officially starts?
Postseason begins. Reid, you wanna give yours?
At the beginning of the season, I said we were going back to back, so I got to stick with it.
Yeah.
We're going back to back.
Yeah,
there you go.
respect. Huge respect. I think I kind of have that vibe, but I'm not nearly as confident as I was going into the postseason last year. But to be fair, like I was having this conversation with my father-in-law the other day that if the Astros are who they ought to be in the postseason, then I don't think anybody could stop us. And and you know the Braves are probably the best team in baseball, and they'll probably be the NL opponent there, the NL champion. And so they are a really solid team, obviously. But I think if the Astros can be as good as they ought to be, I think they beat them. I don't even think it's really that big an issue. But the Astros this season have been like two-face pretty much. You know, it's like what team are you going to get on what given day? It's like best team in baseball or like one of the worst teams in baseball.
One of the worst.
It's so weird. I don't know how that's kind of happened, and maybe I'm sure there's a reason for it. But I think they can do it. But I am nervioso.
Spanish.
Espanol.
Is that Spanish?
Know what clinch means? Don't know what that.
Didn't learn Spanish.
Didn't look that one up.
Is that clinched in Spanish?
El clinch.
Oh no!
Careful. I don't know.
Who knows what you're saying?
What do you think, Liz?
I think we go to make it all the way to the World Series. I don't. You. Every time I say something, y'all just respond the most dramatic way, even though y'all said the same daggone thing. Daggone thing. I think we go all the way to World Series. I don't know if we got it because of the two-faced way they've been. However,
speaking of two-faced,
they've dealt with a lot of injuries, and that's a big deal. So
and they overcame them, though.
They overcame them.
Yeah, they've also been dealing with a bad manager.
Yikes.
Oh.
How long you got? We could talk about that for a while, too.
Brantley, if Brantley is healthy throughout the whole postseason, I think we got it. Brantley's he's like the glue to those guys.
Yeah, man.
I think it's Altuve.
It's definitely Altuve, is the guy, but Brantley in the lineup just adds that extra, you know what I mean? The spice into the lineup that just it just keeps it going. Altuve's the starter, but then Brantley's
Brantley's
alternator, just keeping it running.
He's predictable.
Just keeps it going. Yeah, right.
You know what you're going to get from Michael Brantley.
A couple of singles, a double.
Boom.
Good baseball. Professional hitter.
That's right.
Dr. Smooth.
Dr. Smooth. Okay, Liz, you had...
so you said they're going to lose the World Series, but to who?
No. I said I don't know what the outcome is going to be.
You have to pick one. That's the point of this, is you pick an outcome.
Well, then if I pick one, then he didn't pick one.
No, I said I think we do it. I just said I'm nervous.
No, you said if they play like
right.
old
I'm just
Astros,
quantifying the situation.
Okay.
You each need to make a definitive choice.
They win, okay? I'm not going to sit here wearing my
Efrain.
Kyle Tucker jersey and say that they're not going to win.
Yeah, that's a big question. Why Kyle Tucker?
Because
we love Kyle Tucker.
We love
Who is
Kyle
that
Tucker.
guy?
He's the best. I wouldn't say he's the best.
Did he
but
get
he's very good.
30?
He did.
Dang, that's messed up. That is messed
Don't
up.
take that from him.
They already took it away.
They already took it from him.
Ugh,
So brutal. He nearly got a 30 for 30 season, which is 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. Had an inside the Parker kind of today, and it kept getting flip-flopped on what it was ruled.
It was originally ruled
An error.
triple with an error.
Yep.
And then it got overruled to a inside the park home run. And then it got overruled again to a triple with a fielder's choice.
A fielder's choice, which is
So dumb.
weird. But it's probably an error on the cutoff man
For just holding it,
holding on to it. But it's weird. But anyway, regardless,
upsetting.
poor
It's really
Tucker was
He did it.
one home run away. But in my heart, he did. So
Amen.
I know that's what matters. Kyle Tucker's probably watching, and just wanted to let you know you're a dog. For
Remember
that, so.
Reid's face
Right. Mm-hmm.
to kick him out of the field anytime you see him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't sit near Kyle Tucker.
I don't sit next to that guy.
I don't sit near anybody. I sit way up in the bleachers.
I'm alone. I'm in the rafters.
Can't even see me.
So, Liz, you had a question for us that
Yes.
you prepared in advance
Yes.
for us to discuss. So, before we go, let's go ahead and lay that up. What you got?
It is a what is worse scenario.
Like a would you rather?
Like a would you
Would
not rather? Would you rather
worse?
not? Would you rather not?
Would you worse?
Would you worse? So would you? I don't.
Would you?
Would you rather not
No, that doesn't make sense.
punch a professional singer in the face with his microphone?
Jeez.
Or would you rather not throw a drink at the wall at a pro baseball player's house? What is worse?
What is worse?
A bit of a pointed question.
Yeah. Yeah. So the reason she presented this question is because they're situations that pertain to us specifically.
Our lives directly.
Yes.
I pulled these from Pinterest. I don't know
this
what.
is just straight from the internet. I don't know what you're talking about. So I went to a Switchfoot concert recently. They were here in town celebrating their 20th anniversary of The Beautiful Letdown. Great album if you're a Switchfoot fan. It was a very good show. It was awesome. I've been to a few Switchfoot shows, and they're always very good. And so this time they had two sold-out shows in like a small venue. And so I knew where he was going to be in the show beforehand because I was at the other show.
You went to two shows?
Well, I went to the later show.
nights?
It's very Taylor Swift of them.
Yeah, right. I went to the later show because it was technically the first one they announced. And so I bought tickets right away. Boom. And then they announced another date that was earlier. And so it's like, dude, what the heck? I bought it first.
Right.
And other people got to see it first, but whatever. It's fine. And so anyway, so I knew where he was going to stand beforehand. So I hung out in that area during the concert so that I could get close to him, and just feel the creativity. John Foreman specifically, the front man of Switchfoot, and just kind of maybe siphon some of that power.
Some of the juices.
From him, And so anyway.
Like a leech?
Like a leech. And so I was waiting there, and it was awesome. Great show. During the song, he comes out. It's "This Is Your Life." It's a great song. He comes out.
Who you wanna be? Yeah.
And so he immediately is cringing. I almost said clenched.
He's clenching.
He's clenching right now. He's clenching his fist.
Those are actually different words. I looked it up.
I know.
I was confused.
Clinch and clench.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I did not know that.
Dictionary time with thoughts. So anyway, so he's out here at the, near me. And so he is high-fiving everybody, and I'm getting a high five, and I'm super pumped about it. And I'm just kind of enjoying, the song, vibing. And then, so he's up on this platform, right next to me and my wife. And we're butted up against the soundboard. So there's a little gate behind us. And so we're right there, we're hanging out, enjoying the song. And then all of a sudden he comes back and is giving me another high five. And I'm like, dude,
he felt
we're
the vibes.
He felt it. And I was like, this is the moment. I'm going to leech his power now. And so I was like, this is the moment. So I go to high five him, but my wife is right there. And so I'm trying not to hit her with my elbow. And so I go up and I slap his microphone, and it pops him right in the lip. And you could see it on his face, just kind of pop back a little bit. And then he kept going. And I was immediately, I thought it was I laugh it off because I'm trying not to be awkward about it. But it was dang, that is a brutal moment. And I was eyeing the security guard that was following him. Am I going to get kicked out?
Kick me out.
And so it's very embarrassing, very painful moment that you brought up again. So thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
So I would say that's worse.
A fresh wound.
Yeah. Well, your wife, Meredith, posts a lot of things on her Instagram story.
Indeed.
And that moment, she recorded that whole...
It's a documentary. She has the whole thing.
It is a Netflix
We did interviews and
docuseries.
Everything. Yeah.
But the look on your face after it happened was frick.
Yeah. I was like, no.
So embarrassing. The spotlight was on you and everything.
I tried to play it off, but, I thought I was going to get kicked out. It was bad.
So embarrassing.
So,
all right, well...
I would say that's worse, but I don't know. The other situation's pretty bad, too.
Yeah, let me do you one better here.
Wait, don't tell me.
Yeah, so you won't believe this. One time,
I too was at a Switchfoot.
So yeah, our in-laws they know a professional baseball player because our mother-in-law taught their kids in kindergarten, and they just became friends and kind of hang out from time to time. So we all got invited to their house for a Super Bowl party. It was they had just moved in too. And so, not super extravagant, but a nice house and brand new. So it's cool. We're watching the Super Bowl, and I'm standing near a wall on my left side, and I have a open Solo cup in my hand. Don't know what was in it, Coke or something. And I just go to transfer it to my hand as one does. From one hand to the other, because you just get tired of holding it with one hand, so you switch to the other.
Just casually.
Yeah, just casually. Okay. Nothing happening. I'm just standing there watching a game on a TV screen, and I'm just passing a cup from my left hand to my right hand. And as I'm passing, my right hand never opens, and I just punched the cup out of my hand and onto the wall.
Just club fist this Solo cup.
Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Hulk hands in the other fist.
I have one of those those big old beer gloves.
Yeah.
It's just the Hulk fist.
Yep.
So yeah, I punch it right out of my hand and onto the wall. And what just makes things so much worse is that this man is insisting that he clean it up for me. And I'm like, no, I can clean it. I'm so sorry. And he's like, no, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. You just hang out, watch the game. And I'm like, no, let me help you, please. Please don't do this. Let me help you.
It's the most embarrassing moment of my life. Please.
Reid makes another mess to clean up.
There's 2 now.
Let me just write everything. Yeah. So not only did I spill soda onto his wall, he then proceeded to clean up after me.
Oh no.
So brutal.
This is very embarrassing.
Have you been invited back to hang
I
out?
don't think so. I mean, I've hung out with him, but at my in-laws and not at his house.
He avoids me usually.
Right.
Sad.
Especially when I have a cup for some reason.
Right.
So it becomes only from now on. Everything's got a lid.
Right. Well, I mean, that's not the most awkward interaction I've ever seen with him. I've seen a worse one.
Oh, no.
Our friend Matt met him at our in-laws' house one time, and the baseball player goes to give him a fist bump, and Matt reaches out and like Roman forearm handshakes him.
Speaking of Roman, Roman Empire, right? There it is.
Right. Oh wow. Okay.
Yep.
I got
What a
you. I got
transition.
your
We're thinking
reference.
about it. There we go.
I think you spent too much time on TikTok.
We're so relevant, guys.
But yeah,
This is
so
Reid's
he, just,
Roman
he reaches
Empire
out for a he just grabs his forearm. And I was like, oh.
How did he respond to that?
He was just like, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was.
That's so bad.
Yeah, so I take solace in that.
So bad.
It wasn't me. That wasn't me.
I mean, that would keep me up at night. Like I would think about that often.
Which one?
Both.
The forearm grab. I would straight up think about that every day,
So funny.
weekly for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't
Wow.
know if I'm so sorry, Reid. I think yours is worse.
I know it's worse.
so
It's so
sorry.
much worse. It's just prolonged,
so
and then
sorry.
him cleaning up after me just made it all so bad.
It's the added cleaning up after you. Yeah.
That's really what does it.
So bad.
I mean, I punched him, and that was it, pretty much.
Socked him good.
It was over. He took off, and I didn't even get kicked out of the concert. You know,
Right.
you had to sit there and have your mess be cleaned for you.
I know. I had to
brutal.
wait for the whole football game to end.
So
I
brutal.
feel like first quarter.
I have no idea. I don't remember. That's the only thing I remember for that night, really.
Blacked out after. I mean, same. I get it.
I remember seeing all his his stolen base memorabilia and stuff
Yeah.
in his room.
That's cool.
It was super cool.
It was
that
very
was
cool.
really, really cool.
That's when you put your hands in your pocket in that
Right.
room and touch nothing.
Well, this is so cool. It was
Right.
awesome.
Golly.
It was very
So
cool.
awesome.
Well, I'm
I
so-
had a great night that night. So
Yeah. Sorry to make you relive it,
Yeah, me too.
but your pain was our viewer and listeners' gain. So
wow.
thank you for your service,
Wow.
Mr. Moms. Thank you.
Mr. Moms.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome
Dog
to season
mom
3.
here. Proud dog mom.
Proud dog mom, girl, big lady boss, so-and-so corporation
Yeah, that's me.
business. Welcome to season 3, everybody. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time on Thoughts.
3 thoughts from a dictionary.
3 thoughts from hot summer thoughts.
Talk about aliens, everybody.
Hot thought summer.